Well, hi folks, 22nd of February. Now you won't believe I'm going to try and plant some potatoes now. Get a really early crop. These are my rocket, which are supposed to be ready in about 80 days. Tried Swift before, but found them to be quite a poor yield and the taste was pretty poor as well. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to grow them in my 30 litre pots as usual. Just got some bog standard compost, just garden centre stuff, nothing fancy. And then got some blood fishing bone for the fertilizer. I like to use blood fishing bone, not because it's necessarily organic, but it's just a slow release fertilizer. I'll just show you how we do it. I'm going to try and get these grown really early, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in my I've got like a lean-to shed thing with a globe, with a see-through roof on it. So I'm going to try and start them really early. And then once they start to sprout, I'm going to put them in my polytunnel or the greenhouse and try and get a crop in 80 days, which should be mid-May if we're lucky, because it's been so mild this winter so far. I thought I might as well just give it a go. I'm only going to try and just grow 2 pots. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to half fill one of these pots, which is probably about 6 inches deep, with my bog standard compost. And then I'm going to add my blood fishing bone. I've got 4 ounces. I'm just going to sprinkle that in and give it a good old mix up right to the bottom, because that's where the majority of the roots are, so that's where the nutrients want to be. And it's a good slow release fertiliser, so it should do for the time that they need to be growing, blood fishing bone. So that's that. So instead of putting a potato on the top, what I'm going to do with these, obviously I'm going to plant them with the sprouts upwards. They've been chitty now for about a month, so I'm going to plant those with the sprouts upwards, and I'm just going to plunge them in, stick them into the compost, 2 into 1 pot, so that the potatoes about 3 inches from the bottom. You probably can't, well obviously you can't see. So I'm just going to push it through the compost and then cover up with the compost. So then basically you're just left with a pot 6 inches deep with 2 seed potatoes 3 inches from the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do anyway, and hopefully they should. I'm going to put these back in the house. Doesn't matter if they're in the dark, just a little bit of warmth, because I want to get them to really start growing quickly. Because last year I did it, put them in the polytunnel. It was a major frost for about 2 months, and the seed potato just went into dormancy again, and nothing grew. So if I can start them off inside, it doesn't matter whether they're in the dark or not, because they're in the dark under the compost. And then when they start to sprout, what I'll do is just keep covering the leaves up, the stem up with compost until it gets to the top of the pot, and then once it's to the top of the pot, just let it grow, keep watering it, and hopefully in about 80-90 days we may get a really early crop of potatoes. But having said that, now I've done this, it'll probably be the coldest winter on record. So the sun's out today, which is a bit of a change. So anyway, that's about it folks. I'm just trying to grow a really early crop of potatoes by growing them, starting them off indoors, and then I'm going to grow them in the polytunnel later, so they're going to get as much warmth as they can. And any frost that we might get, I'm just going to cover them over with fleece and bubble wrap. So that's it folks. First spuds of the year hopefully. See you later.